Fox News alert, we're learning what's in the Biden bribe document that the FBI has been trying to hide. And the allegation inside this document is explosive. Sources familiar with the document tell Fox News Digital that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were paid $10 million in bribes by Ukraine. This was while Joe Biden was vice president. A highly credible confidential source had multiple meetings and conversations with a top executive at Burisma, the Ukrainian gas company where Hunter worked. And these conversations stretched for 5 years. And the source told the FBI about these conversations in June 2020. That's right as Joe Biden was wrapping up the Democrat nomination. The Burisma executive told the FBI's confidential source that Burisma had to pay the Bidens for help getting rid of the Ukrainian prosecutor who was investigating Burisma for corruption. Quote, $5 million for one Biden, $5 million for the other Biden, the Burisma executive told the confidential human source. Now, people who've seen the document tell us that the $5 million payments were a kind of retainer agreement that Burisma had with the Bidens to deal with a number of issues, one of which was getting rid of this prosecutor. Other issues Burisma needed Biden's help with was help with oil deals. Now, the executives said they needed to pay Joe Biden because Hunter was, quote unquote, dumb and couldn't get much done by himself. People who've seen this document say it looks like a pay-to-play scheme. The confidential source said the Burisma executive told him he paid the Bidens in such a manner through so many different bank accounts that investigators would not be able to unravel this for at least 10 years. Now, this jives with how the Chinese paid the Bidens, laundering money through a maze of LLCs. Now, this document even refers to the big guy. And remember, Joe Biden's referred to as the big guy on Hunter's laptop. The Burisma executive told the confidential source that he didn't pay the big guy directly. And Joe Biden was asked about these bribe allegations today. Listen.
The bribery allegation, Congresswoman Nancy Mace says there's damning evidence in the FBI file that you sold out the country. Do you have a response to the congressional Republicans?
Where's the money? I'm joking.
Mr. President,
it's a bunch of malarkey.
Biden's answer is interesting, isn't it? Where's the money? He's almost teasing us, isn't he? Like it's a game, like it's a cat and mouse. Well, we know that at least $6 million of Chinese money went to 9 Biden family member bank accounts. So that's where the money went. And we know with this document that the Burisma executive disguised the payments to Biden. But can Joe Biden really say he wasn't bribed if his entire family took the money? And he was the one that delivered the goods.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said, I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired.
Now, if you recall, Donald Trump was impeached for asking Ukraine to investigate this pay-to-play scheme. A CIA whistleblower close to Biden triggered it when he leaked the Zelensky phone call to Adam Schiff. Now, Donald Trump was impeached for asking for Joe Biden to be investigated. But today, not only is Joe Biden investigating Donald Trump, he could have him arrested any day. Joe Biden might arrest the guy who fingered him for taking bribes. It is now time to begin impeachment proceedings against President Joe Biden. Article 2 of the Constitution says a president may be impeached for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. This credible allegation documents bribery. The House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer has pulled only one bank, records from one bank that the Bidens used, and found $6 million in Chinese bribes. There are a total of 11 banks that the Bidens used. Now, the House needs to hold impeachment hearings and gather all of the Biden family bank records and unravel the maze of dirty money that poured in from other countries in exchange for American policy decisions. American policy, our policy, isn't for sale. But if this is true, Joe Biden was selling out our country. And there's nothing more treasonous than that.